Us creating fire is just an excuse for you to practice your small circle technique and fade patterns. This fade pattern is so successful that even if we used completely different colors than what we had up here, it would still turn out looking really awesome. And that's exactly what we're going to do in our next box. Let's get out. If you have two blues, choose your lighter blue, magenta, and your black colored pencil. We're going to choose the lightest of the colors. The lightest of the colors in this situation is our lighter blue. Level 1 or level 2 small circle light blue into this entire flame shape. This is light pressure, guys, for a reason. If you're still seeing your circles, it means that you have not done enough circles. You want to create so many circles that they interconnect to where it just becomes one level or one value. I got a bit too heavy right here, but I'm gonna let it go. Sometimes if you get bored with an area, skip around to another area. Take your magenta, and just like what we did with the orange on this side and how far down the orange went, we're going to do a 3, 2, 1, 0 fade. medium pressure 3 at the very end of the flame, going down quite a ways with it. Medium pressure level 3. This is how far down I'm going to go with my 3. Now there's a big contrast line here. I'm going to buff this out into a level 2 pressure. Going down more with my level 2. I have a contrast line here. I need to use a very light level 1 and blur that contrast line out into nothingness. We want the magenta to completely disappear into the blue, into absolute nothingness. Barely even touching the paper sometimes. I'll combine this flame end into that fade. At the very end, I'm going in with a medium pressure, level 3, going down quite a ways with that level 3. When I get to about here with my level 3, I'm going to change it into a level 2. Going down even further with my level 2. Now I have a contrast line here. I'm going to ever so gentle blur and fade out that purple into the blue. Again, at the very end of this flame, level 3 pressure, medium pressure. Going down quite a ways, then I'm gonna change it into a 2. And then blur that 2 into a 1, into the blue that's there. Tilting my page a bit so that my hand doesn't block what I'm about to do. 3, 2, 1, fade, 3 at the very end. If you want to see a picture of this, I'm going to have a finished product on Brame's online art show, so if my hand is blocking too much of your view, you can still look along on our Brame's online art show. This 3 is going down quite a ways. My 3 went all the way down that split of that flame. Now I have a contrast line. Need to fix that. Fade that into a 2. Even lighter pressure. And now I'm going to fade this area from a 2 into a 1. Barely even touching the paper, using the side of my pencil. That came out really good. Let's combine this side into that. Fade, level 3 at the end. Going down quite a ways with that 3. Lifting up lighter into a 2. Lifting up into barely even touching the paper with a 1. Do that with all of the ends of your flames. I can even put it into my little breakaway pieces. We're going to use our black colored pencil to do what we did with the red over here on the left side. Very scrunched up, very small 3, 2, 1, 0 fades at the very ends of these flames. I can start with this one right here. 3 right at the end. And the 3 doesn't go very long at all. I'm already going to lift up into a 2 right about here. And already right about here lift up into a 1 and make sure that my 1 fades out into absolute nothingness. Doing the same on this side, putting in my level 3, but I don't have to go very far down with this one. That's all I'm doing with level 3. Big contrast line right here, blurring that level 3 into a level 2 pressure. And then taking some more time and blurring that level 2 into an ever so gentle level 1, and that level 1 perfectly blends into the purple that's there. I'll choose another one, level 3. I won't go very far down with my level 3. Blurring the end of that 3 into a very short level 2. And blurring that level 2 into a very, very light level 1. 3, 2, 1s at the ends of all of your flames. For the last 2 boxes, you get to choose 3 of your own colors as a blending experiment to see how it turns out. You're going to follow the exact same directions as box 1 and box 2, just with different colors. I highly recommend that if you do choose 3 colors, you always start the powder layer with whatever color you perceive to be the lightest color. Like with this one, yellow is my lightest color, so I powder layered it in yellow. And then I did green. And then I did blue. And you can change it up. If you want to finish it off with a blue, you can. If you want to finish another flame ending with a dark blue, I experimented finishing this one with a dark blue instead to see how it came out. And then for extra experimentation, I wanted to see how finishing with an orange would come out. So the ends of your flames don't all have to be the same, but the pressures that we've used, that we've practiced, needs to be the same.